Hey guys, welcome to the channel. How is it going? So today in this video we are going to talk about the web novel chapter 217, and let me tell you that this story is connected to our previous videos. Make sure you watch it. Link is in the description. Now without wasting time, let's begin the video. Shion has now fully awakened. Shion takes her stance, with her beloved katana true, Hercules' edge. I have kept you waiting. However, as you hoped for, I shall give you some amusement. She speaks to Dagruel, in a polite manner. In this frozen world, Dagruel and Shion's true battle begins. A flash of blades crossing. Hardening his body beyond the hardness of diamonds, Dagruel receives the attack with his two arms. But, due to taking the impact from the katana swung from an overhead stance, both of Dagruel's knees sunk into the ground. Dagruel opened his eyes wide. In this stopped world, the air won't get vibrated. As there is no medium now, energy transmissions do not happen. It is now a situation where one would need to push their way through the molecules with their own bodies. The laws of physics do not apply in this frozen world. As for the laws of magic, it is impossible to activate almost every known type. It's obvious that combat in such special circumstances will differ from the norm. Dagruel clicks his tongue, releasing excessive amounts of his power, and pushed back Shion's katana. Inversely, this time it was Shion whose legs were caught in the ground. The two continued exchanges between blade and fist, and slowly both sides naturally grasped the nature of how combat flows. Dagruel followed his instincts, while Shion learnt from the situations that happened. The battle intensified. It wasn't just the appearance that looked intense, the invisible battle between abilities was taken into account too. Dagruel had no ultimate skill of his own. His existence alone can be called ultimate, as a being who is almost equal to the true dragons. His fists alone could cause destruction on levels that warp the laws of physics. The special vibrations caused would interfere with the earth and the atmosphere, resulting in storms of destruction. But, even such special powers, held no meaning in this frozen world. Shion, I have no clue how long that sister of mine is going to stop time. What's definite, is that your chance at victory is only possible within this frozen world, that alone. When time flows, Dagruel's powers will come into effect. Keep that in mind. Veldora's words were delivered telepathically to Shion. My gratitude for the advice. Veldora-sama. Shion gave her thanks, but in truth she did not understand the real meaning of those words. But, on an instinctual level she recognized the danger. With the intent of a short decisive battle, Shion increased her swinging speed one more level. Dagruel with his hardened body, repels Shion's katana with his bare hands. Ho, having exchanged this many blows with me, not even a chip on that blade. Conversely, Dagruel commended Shion's katana which was unblemished. His praise was not empty, and Shion also felt that he meant what he said. Naturally. This beloved katana of mine, was given to me from Rimuru-sama. I pour my heart and soul into it every day, you can call it another part of my body at this point. It was because of this that it is immune to Dagruel's weapon destruction ability, but this should be called good luck for Shion. For Shion to be able to even properly exist before a being such as Dagruel, who is a mass of energy, is precisely thanks to the abilities of the awakened tyrannous Lord Susanoo. In comparison, Dagruel's very existence is a supernatural phenomena. Hardened defense, weapon destruction, existence destruction, magic immunity, neutralize attribute, ignore defense. These are but some of the abilities he wields as an ultimate living being. Under normal circumstances, engaging in melee combat with Dagruel is utterly suicidal. Before Shion evolved, her being able to move when time was stopped, was due to the effects of her unique skill cook. If you were to compare their abilities, Shion is superior. But, the two of them are on par with each other if you take the overall power into account. Dagruel has noticed that his abilities were being nullified. That was caused by an ability that was similar to Dagruel's true nature. Which was why they rejected each other, and both sides were nullified. In this suspended world where all forms of disaster-causing supernatural powers are sealed, Shion and Dagruel lacked the power to deal a decisive blow to either side and were locked in an unending brawl. If this went on, in this frozen world, it looked like a scene which would make one think of a never-ending battle. But that balance would be broken in a single moment. That's right, time started moving once more. At that exact moment, Dagruel became certain of his victory. His superpowers which were sealed are now released. What that implied, was that he is now able to unleash those superpowers which gave him the nickname Earthquake. Dagruel releases a massive all-range attack onto Shion. The ground quaked, with tremors that made standing up nigh impossible. At the same time, the atmosphere roared as it twisted, and lightning crackled. Even with ultimate skill tyrannous Lord Susanoo, nullifying all of that was impossible. The overwhelming difference in energy is the biggest wall between you Shion and me. Dagruel's inner exclamation did not reach Shion. All of the attacks had the intent to take the target's life. And so, Dagruel, who had total confidence in his victory, chaotic fate, opened his eyes in disbelief. Shion has moved in for the counterattack. Shion understood that she was unable to totally defend against the attack, so she discarded defense, and put in everything she had into offense. The fool! Do you intend to perish? Toward the blade which was swinging upwards in his direction, Dagruel extended his left hand out to nullify it only to show confusion when that very blade disappeared. Right after, the burning sensation of pain, which he has not felt in a few millennia, reached his brain. Shion's finishing attack slipped through Dagruel's cognizance, and reached his body. However, Shion's body too took the full brunt of the multitude of attacks that were born from Dagruel's superpowers. Even if Shion's body had gone through evolution, this attack was fatal or should have been. Rebirth, resurrection. A chilling voice reverberated across the battlefield. Shion, who was doomed to perish, was brought back from the abyss of death by Demon Lord Rumina's ultimate skill, lustful Lord Asmodeus. Shion placed her bet on Rumina's reviving her and not retreating. Foo, thank you very much, Demon Lord Luminous. You blockhead. You totally anticipated me giving a helping hand, didn't you? Of course, I believed in you. Demon Lord Luminous. Just call me Luminous. I too shall address you as Shion from today onwards. Rumina's face was flushed scarlet, even though she said that. The same can be said for Shion. The battlefield's tension in their vicinity loosened. Anxiety could be seen in the giant army, which resulted in the defense forces gaining the upper hand. The one-on-one battles between Grassword and Albert, Fan and Adalman restarted, but the giant side lost much of their earlier momentum. And amongst all of that, Kuahaha! A certain someone not reading the mood laughed. It was Veldora. Well done. You did splendidly, Shion. Well done indeed. You went above and beyond what I have predicted. Veldora laughed pleasantly. Luminous glared at the laughing Veldora. What, you were around? You stupid lizard, evil dragon? And spat her piece. Veldora was spooked for a moment, he then puffed up his chest as he pulled himself together. Of course I am, I was worried for the whole lot of you, so I was watching over everyone. He said that as though he wanted to be thanked for it, but there was no change in Rumina's icy cold attitude to him. But, it was the truth that he did help out, albeit in the shadows. Goo. Why, am I being treated like a villain? You couldn't really blame him for getting slightly teary-eyed. So, what have you come here for? Everything is more or less wrapped up. To Rumina's cold words, Veldora felt like running away. But, the one who saves Veldora from his predicament was Dagruel, who should have been defeated by Shion. Phew ha. It has been quite the few millennia since my knees have made contact with the ground. Shion, you have every right to be proud. Dagruel got back up as he said that. The blood flowing down from his head showed no sign of stopping due to the effects of Shion's ability. Despite that, Dagruel's aura only increased in vigor. Humphrey still standing as expected of Dagruel. Shion, take a breather where you are. As I thought, I'm the only one who would be able to be his opponent. Veldora advanced towards where Dagruel was. And you should revert to your original form. Let us conclude this battle with everything we got. He grandly exclaims. Dagruel nods. Foo. Dragon and Titan, let me show you which is greater. Don't you hold back now, Veldora. Grassword, Fen, come to me. Now is the time for us to show our real power. He bellows, in response to Veldora. His body releases an overpowering aura. In addition to a strange atmosphere. Utterly oppressed by the pressure, Shion and Co. were unable to say anything at all. Veldora glanced to Shion and Co. Shion, when the battle begins, you should put everything you have into defense. Adalman and Albert too, everyone need to pour everything to maintaining the barrier. Better not lose focus, or all of you will get dragged in and get blown. To his serious tone, Shion and Co., not even Luminous refuted him. Veldora continued speaking. Dagra, Ryura and Dabura Pay attention to what you three are about to witness. I am going to kill your father. Watch the battle, and burn everything that happens into your eyes. Understood, Veldora-sama. They nodded in unison, to show their acknowledgement. With a satisfied look, Veldora turned to face Dagruel. Over on that side, Dagruel and his brothers have finished their preparations too. Seal open, Trinity, 3 in 1 body. With Dagruel's roar, the ancient seal was broken. The brothers Dagruel, Grassword, and Fen, were enveloped in a dazzling light. This is the second coming of the destruction god from the Age of Myths. Clad in unimaginable amounts of energy, Ashura of the Titan manifested. Shion and Co. understood immediately in one glance, that Titan is not something any of them can match. All except the most powerful of beings, a true dragon, who was before them. Quah! Is that form or your true visage? Dagruel. Very well. I shall take you on with everything I have. Veldora transformed into his dragon mode. And so, the battle of myths, between two supernatural beings begins. Meanwhile. Oh, I'm so glad. Here I was worried that I wouldn't get my turn. No one would ever guess that this was what Veldora was really thinking of at that moment. So guys, this was all for today's video. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.